Hey, what up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here today. We are sitting here on the eve of what is being called the biggest boxing event in all time. The only thing that I can think about is that almost every time I make a boxing video, it seems that it's always about Floyd Mayweather, maybe it's about Manny Pacquiao, and for a while it was like we chased Pacquiao versus Mayweather forever, to the point where we said this was going to be the biggest boxing event of all time. It finally came, and almost every single video that was made, anyone that was talking about that fight was how this was such a huge letdown. And from there, basically with the $100 price tag, people wondered if they were going to get refunds, as the stories came out over basically that Manny Pacquiao knew that he was injured and still went out there and fought anyways, whether that was because of the huge sort of bubble that was put around that fight that he felt he had to the point where maybe we thought we were going to get a rematch, and here we are years later, we have never got it. Floyd Mayweather, who did step away from boxing a few years ago, retired at the record of 49-0. Basically, we had Conor McGregor, who is in UFC, start running his mouth about being the best fighter of all time, and we started inching closer to this fight of Mayweather versus Conor McGregor. Here we are on the night before the fight, and I'm still sitting here with the same thoughts that I had a few years ago, that I never thought this fight would happen. And even though if you watch ESPN, I will tell you that, more than 3/4 of what is going on there, today is going to be about Mayweather versus Conor. It's almost like, it's almost like this fight isn't even going to happen. I remember with Pacquiao versus Mayweather, there was speculations over what the buy was going to be, and there wasn't really people talking about it. And then they went out there and got a 3 million pay-per-view buy gate. Huge numbers. Basically, it was almost like, the fight was priced so high that no one thought they were going to get it. And then basically when it came down to it, nobody thought that anybody was going to get it, so everybody got it on their own. And there was no fight parties, there was no, meetups, just everybody sat at home and watched it because nobody thought anybody else was going to chip in to watch it. I'll tell you this, I've always been a fan of Conor McGregor. I've always had the guy's back. I'm not really that hyped about the fight. I know that there's probably no way that I can watch the fight live, but maybe I might be able to. We'll have to see. But all I know is that I have a family pool party that I have to go to, and it couldn't be on the worst night. But it is what it is. What are you gonna do? I'm hoping. I have a feeling that this is going to be another fight that's a huge letdown. Conor McGregor, a MMA UFC fighter, not having, a world of boxing training to come out of. There was a few videos that were posted online, and then the boxers that were in the videos getting knocked down by Conor came out basically saying that they weren't showing the full video, they weren't showing what was happening. They're just trying to clip out a moment and take it from there. A lot of people saying that Conor isn't taking this fight for real, that he gets tired very fast. He doesn't really translate his fighting style to the world of boxing. We're feeding him to Floyd Mayweather. Some people saying that Floyd Mayweather won't be taking this fight for real either. It's a real boxing match. It's not like the Lyle Zeta fight against Muhammad Ali, which was an exhibition with a football player against a boxer. This is supposed to be, for real. This is supposed to be the big one. This is what I think the pay-per-view is $100. I don't know what the undercard is. I don't think anybody's buying it for the undercard. But I don't know. There's lots of talks. If you just want to know what it comes down to, I think that Floyd Mayweather is going to win. If I have a chance to watch it, I'll root for Floyd Mayweather. Which comes down to, there's been a lot of talk about this fight. A lot of people talking about this fight comes down to race, whether if it's, white against black. I don't think this fight has anything to do with race. I think this fight has everything to do with cash. It's about making money, and that's what both of these guys are going to be doing. Hell, even UFC is making $1 off of this, and they're going to be taking a huge chunk of it. To me, every round that this fight goes, Conor has a less chance of winning this fight. Conor is going to win this fight either in round 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. If this fight goes 5, it's into Floyd Mayweather's hands, and it's where Floyd is going to shine, because Floyd has always been a late round fighter, where he basically uses the first couple of rounds to find out what kind of fight is being used against him. He finds his defense, he runs around, and then he just basically starts to pick the guy apart. He doesn't. I don't think he's got a knockout victory since 2008, maybe 2009. He takes fights to the end. He makes his fights go to decisions because of the way that he builds his fights and stacks the deck in his favor. The rules are mostly dealt to him. He's either going to get knocked out or he's not going to lose. The easy money is to find a sucker that's going to want to put money on McGregor and take it. I think I'm going to be rooting for McGregor. We'll see what this fight has to come. But I'm thinking that we're sitting here Saturday night, Sunday morning, making a video basically saying that this fight was a letdown.